that very little whiskey would be found in the city, as by the order of the mayor, casks were emptied yesterday evening in the streets, and whiskey flowed like water through the gutters. But the rabble had managed to find more secreted in the burning shops and bore it away in pitchers and buckets. The fire was progressing rapidly, and the crashing sound of falling timbers was distinctly heard. Dr. Reed's church was blazing. The War Department was falling down. Burning papers were being wafted about the streets. The commissary department, with our desks and papers, was consumed already. Warwick and Barksdale's Mall was sending its flames to the sky. Carey and Main Street seemed doomed throughout. Bank Street was beginning to burn. Almost every house is guarded. The moon is shining brightly on our captivity. God guide and watch over us. Richmond was still burning when Mrs. McGuire closed her diary on April 3rd, 1865. Was Grant coming? Was it Sherman? Sheridan? Had damn Yankees set the fires? Many Richmondites heard rumors that they had. There were also wild tales about a Negro unit of Yankee troops, sabers drawn, marching through the city out to get their former masters. There were even rumors that Chimborazo Hospital, the world's largest, had been set afire by Yankee incendiaries. No one knew. What seemed certain was that the remainder of the city would burn to the ground. Not that much was left of the once supremely proud capital of the Confederacy. Even pride was in short supply there, as it often is when food is scarce. For 10 months, Richmond and her sister city, Petersburg, had been held under the siege that gave birth to this chaos. During the preceding summer alone, some 800 homes in the area had been damaged by stray shells from the Union lines. "The wolf is at the door here," Richmondite Jack Middleton had recently written to his friend, the constant diarist Mary Chestnut, in Charleston, South Carolina. "We dread starvation far more than we do Grant or Sherman. Famine, that is the word now." The wolf had been at Richmond's door since about a year before, in early 1864. When General Ulysses S. Grant took charge of all Union forces. Today, General Robert E. Lee had begun his hasty retreat along the Appomattox River, leaving the city defenseless, and Grant was already hot on his heels, far from the streets of Richmond. Appomattox, a word the nation was just beginning to define. The river gave its name to the obscure town it meandered through in south-central Virginia, a sleepy hamlet more properly called Appomattox Courthouse, where all Confederate dreams would die. Appomattox itself would become a synonym for surrender, or for victory, or for reconciliation, depending on who pronounced it. In any case, both North and South had been on the road that would end at Appomattox ever since President Abraham Lincoln had conferred the supreme command of all Union armies on General Ulysses S. Grant, the Union's Western commander at the time, and known as the Man of the Hour for winning a series of brilliant though blood-drenched victories over the past 2 years. General Grant would have seemed an unlikely choice for Man of the Hour at the beginning of the war. Up until then, his life had been mostly a series of disgraces and failures, hardly the storybook background of a great military hero. Grant, who came from out of what was then the West, like most of the Union's best generals, Sherman, Sheridan, Thomas, had shown little promise outside of his expert horsemanship back when he attended the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. He graduated in the lower half of his 1843 class and drew an infantry assignment rather than a coveted engineer post. West Point